Right on, writers, and welcome first-time viewers to the Books by Adrian author platform. This is, I don't know what this is. I don't know if this is an episode of Chronicles or Livestream Sunday or what, but today we are basically partying AuthorTube style because next week Livestream Sunday returns for Season 4. Thank you so much for coming. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Welcome. I see people in the chat already. Richard, hello. Hello. Miss Ward, hello. Let me see what's Richard saying here. I was so busy messing around in Excel, looking at my January word count data. I nearly missed the start of the show. Well, welcome. I'm glad you made it. You made it right on time. So today is loosey goosey. It's a party day. Everybody's invited. Past guests. Ayo. You should have gotten a link to this, Natasha, if you want to jump in at any time. Richard, the same. Anytime you guys want to jump on in, just jump on in. We're going to have guests dropping by on the fly like that. We're going to talk about Livestream Sunday Season 4, and we're going to have a good old time. Miss Houston is in the chat. Hello, she is a guest on Season 4, so when we get to her episode, we will talk to her about that. That's going to be awesome. We can talk to you right there live in the chat. I love it. Hey, Barrett, what's up, buddy? Welcome. Hello, everybody. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. So, as people are just starting to come in, I might repeat myself a couple times for the replay, guys. I'm sorry about that. The goal today is just to kind of play it loose, play it fun, and do a nice little kind of what's it called, like a block party type thing. Everybody's invited to join in, hop on at any time. I've given out links to pretty much everybody, and we're going to talk about Season 4. We're going to talk about, you know, the past of Books by Adrian, the future, the past and future of you guys. As you come on, you'll be able to talk about anything and everything you like. Let's put on some background music here. Let's see here. It's nice and low so we don't distract too much. All right. So, here we go. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Party. So, I don't know which one to begin with. Maybe I should begin with what is going to be the weekly lineup going forward for Books by Adrian on YouTube. Okay, this is specifically the YouTube channel. It goes, I think I should actually turn this off if I'm going to do that, because I think it plays over it, and we're going to dive right in. Yeah, man. Cool stuff like that. Let me see here. I'm missing. Oh, here we go. I was missing commenters. Hello. Dad dancing right now. Dad dancing. So yeah, that's what's gonna be the schedule on Books by Adrian on YouTube going forward. You can expect an episode of the Breaking Bad Chronicles every 2 weeks. Patreon is due for an episode this week, and then you guys are due that episode next week on Tuesday. Breaking Bad is on Tuesdays, and then we have Thursdays, which is now the Typewriters Podcast. It's just a quite clever renaming of the Books by Adrian podcast. It's the same podcast, although I am refining it a little bit. The look is different, and I'm going to be a little more constructive with each episode of those. So you guys will see that. Let's see what else is going on here. Hello, more hellos coming in. Hello, loving the music. Yeah, I wish I could take credit. This is just StreamYard being cool and constantly updating new things. Let me see here. We're having trouble with the Facebook. See, I wanted to do a test run of the Facebook simultaneous stream for next week, and right off the bat, we're having some trouble with that. Let's see, streaming to Facebook. She must be on Facebook's end. Okay, all right. I think I have a sneaking suspicion I know what happened. I believe I edited that stream over there afterwards, and maybe that's what's not syncing up here. All right, so I'm deleting the old one. I'm starting a new one, and it should be live. All right, we are live on Facebook as well. So welcome, Facebook. I assume people will be coming in on that end soon enough. Hello, everyone. Some coffee. I know it's a party. I should probably have some sort of alcohol, but I'm not feeling too well lately. I've been fighting off this cold for a little longer than I'm used to and comfortable with. Sorry, forgive me for slurping. Next time I will mute. All right. So that's the lineup for each week. The podcast on Thursdays, and then, of course, live stream Sunday every Sunday, starting next Sunday, 4 p.m. Eastern. It is 1 hour long. Today's event will be up to 2 hours long, as people are coming in and enjoying themselves. If anyone has topic prompts that they have wanted to see on YouTube, on AuthorTube, and they haven't been seeing them, start throwing them up in the chat. I want to start talking about like what we want to see on AuthorTube going forward this year. Live stream Sunday, and I'll talk about it in a little bit, is adjusting and transitioning a little bit. So is the podcast. So we'll go into all of that. Hello, Bethany Votaw. Hello, welcome. Hello. If anybody needs the link again, let me know and I'll Instagram it or something to you so you guys can come in. All right. Hello. Just got Votawesome. All right. Votawesome. All right. So what else is going on? So let's talk about the episode that's coming up tomorrow. I have an episode tomorrow, and that episode is this. The AuthorTube Secret Santa unboxing video. So mine, they all go live tomorrow, the 31st, which is what, Monday? I've been off and I haven't had to be up all night and sleep in the day, and it's odd to have like a normal schedule. It's so nice. Hello. So yeah, that goes live tomorrow, and there's a link in the description of the video that'll take you to who my Secret Santa ended up being and who I'm a Secret Santa for. And what else? Let's see. And then we'll see all their videos tomorrow. Mine was a lot of fun. Actually, let me talk about this. Mine was a lot of fun to put together because I recorded it about a month ago. And I had just like the day before made like a resolution to be more myself on camera, both when live, but especially when doing the YouTube videos, the edited videos. I wanted to make a point this season forward to just be more myself as much as possible. And so it kind of started in this video, and I'm playing with it, and I'm it's a lot of fun. Just wait till you see how freaking ridiculous there's something wrong with me, but yeah, you'll learn all about it in this episode, right from the jump too. I don't waste any time. Okay, so I took it too far. Who else is here? Hello, Jennifer Brown. I don't know if I knew that you were already in here. You're saying hello to Richard as though you've been here for a while. Let's see here. Oh, cool. Wait, what? What is this? Oh, yes, exactly. Yeah, we finally... Yo, my Secret Santa went all out. It is a spoiler that this is one of the gifts, but yeah, she went all out. This is just one of the gifts, so awesome. Um, yeah, I actually really really love this mug. It's huge and it holds like 4 cups of coffee. It's fantastic. Yeah, I pieced it together. There's already fighting going. Hey, keep it civil, you guys. I'm quick with the block button. I'm quick with the block button. All right. So that's Secret Santa. That's tomorrow. Let's see. What else do we have coming down the pipeline? Let's take a look at the. Let's go ahead and transition over to live stream Sunday until some guests start popping in. So this is the lineup, the official lineup for live stream Sunday. Today is included sort of as a episode 0 type deal, where we're getting geared up, we're getting ready, right? I'm really excited about this season. I'm really pleased with it. Oh, we have our first. Hello, Adam. Hello.
Hey, brother.
You know what? This is probably the one and only time that I'm going to get behind using the display names, right? Because folks are going to be popping in. So let's do that. Uh, that's better. All right. So, hi, man. How you doing?
I'm doing good, brother. I'm doing good.
Yeah, no, that's not right. That's not what I wanted to do. That's what I wanted to do.
There
Hey,
we
what's
go.
up, man? I'm a little rusty. I'm getting back into it for live stream Sunday.
It
What's
was.
going on, brother? How you doing?
I'm doing well, man. Doing well. I thought I'd, 12 minutes late, fashionable late for a party.
No, no,
You
no,
know.
man. The thing started at 4, but everybody can pop in and out as they want, and literally like pop in and out as you want. I'm not gonna kick you out, nor will I, expect anything of you. Just do what you want to do when you're coming in here. Yeah,
Yeah.
man, it's gonna be fun. I don't know if you caught the beginning of it for what I was talking about for live stream
hmm
Sunday, but we were just
hmm
about to look at the lineup. What do you have going on right now?
I have going on. I've made, as people hopefully know, and if they don't, I'll make them aware.
Ve-
I'm
Very
Scottish. Yeah,
observant.
very
Very
observant.
observant.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well done,
Yeah.
Nicky. I am co-hosting with Colin Clark.
Nice.
Always good to see you, Barrett, man. You owe me an email. You owe me an email, bro.
Oh shit.
Um, but no,
Oh shit.
we're changing things up. We're changing things up with that. I don't want to say too much, but I believe we're changing the day
Yeah.
that we're doing some things.
I
The
haven't
Brit
seen
package.
I
Yeah,
haven't seen very bad books around in a while. I don't know about you guys, but I haven't seen her around in a while. So
yeah,
I want to point her
so,
out. Hello. Thank you for
yeah.
coming. It's so good to see you. So very good to see you. One of my earliest supporters on Patreon. She's awesome. Like, thank you. Thank you so much. Sorry, continue, Adam.
No, it's fine. The Brit Pack, we've got some things going on. It's a bit of a show.
Ah!
Hi, sorry to interrupt. Keep talking about the
Not
Brit
Yeah,
Pack.
not at
Keep
no,
all. We
no
going.
just got
problem.
we got Bethany bombed.
Yeah,
No, go.
Oh
yeah, yeah.
Bethany, just say
So,
hi to everybody real quickly. We'll get back to Adam.
no. Hi, I'm Bethany. All right,
All right,
continue, Adam.
continue, Adam.
she's awesome. We love her so much. Yeah, no, it just the Britpack, we've got things going on. It's a bit top secret. I have decided I will be launching my YouTube channel in February. Come hell or high water, it's happening. So I've
Yeah.
got that going on, and I don't know. More recently, I've started a chapter of something. I don't know what, some sort of steampunk thing. It just came to me the other day, so I'm trying to bang that out. That's it.
Right on, man. Yeah, just forward momentum, right?
hmm Like a shark, just keep moving forward.
Bethany, what do you got going on right now?
Lots
I'm
of
sorry to
little,
yell at you. I
no
love it saying
worries,
this.
no worries. It's a party. Lots of little things happening. Spending some time outlining a really fun project. Another short story collection coming out soon. Tracker prequels with my friend getting proofread because I'm tired of looking at it. So things are happening. They're happening.
Hell yeah, they are. They've been happening with you, man. You've just been like once you put your first book out there, it's just been like Bethany's on the scene, man.
Got lots of
Beth
plans, but
Bethany's
it's good.
Bethany's here. She's
Yes.
now.
Yes.
Yes.
More
All
stuff.
right. I'm reading Tracker, but I have so little time to read that I'm still on the first chapter, but I am reading
Hey,
it.
I have some good news for you. The
Yeah.
audiobook just got done, so it is in the work's getting approved through ACX, and I will have some codes. So I will just give you a code, and you can get that for free. And
Books by Adrian exclusive right here,
yeah,
everybody.
just
Look at
for
this.
you.
Breaking news, everyone.
Yeah.
Hello. What's up? Awesome. Hello, everyone. Oh, dude, this is awesome. Okay, so what do we want to do next? Do we want to let me see here. What do I got lined up for everybody? So I am revamping the podcast I mentioned earlier, and I don't know how many have seen the new logo for it, but just very quickly. I'm very proud of that logo because I made it myself, and
I like
I like it a lot. So yeah, the Books by Adrian podcast is now Typewriters Podcast. Same podcast, same idea. It's going to be the folks that were on Livestream Sunday, but it's going to be a little bit more of a green room type situation, whereas Livestream Sunday is going to be a little bit more night show this season. So, I'm going to try to be the next Conan or something. We'll see how that goes.
You should tell everyone where to find the podcast and how to review it, because that really helps.
Oh, yes. Thank you very, very much. You are awesome at this, and I forget all the time how good you are at this. Why am I hearing echo? Who's that? Adam, headphones.
Yep, I think that's me. Yep.
or mute until you get headphones. Okay, so what was I saying? Oh, yeah, the podcast. So the best place that I want you to go to is iTunes. So there is a link in the description below for the Apple iTunes the page for the podcast. It'll pull up right in your iTunes. You can download from there, but you can also leave a review on it. You can leave a 5-star review if you just want to do the stars, but you can write an actual review. And each of those things independently of each other help the podcast. Like that's, listening to it helps a lot. Thank you very much. Downloading it is even better, but a review, whether it's just stars or both with the review, that's where the big help is. So I really, really appreciate anybody who goes through with that. If you downstairs.
Yes, just engagement will really help. I don't know anything about podcasting per se, but I know based on my research with algorithms and stuff, leaving authors reviews and any other media reviews just boosts the algorithm. So super simple, just do it. It's easy peasy. Do it.
And it is all about the algorithm these days, isn't it? Like, playing the tag game, the putting the stuff in the titles, putting the stuff in the bottom. I'm trying to get better at that this season with Livestream Sunday. So I've got like the topic in front and then the guest and then the titles like way in the back.
It's a long game. Yeah, it's just going to take I think everything in this creative sphere, because, excuse me, writing books and talking fiction, it takes a while. And so, we don't have we have a lot of time to talk about our projects, but not necessarily show them off because they take forever.
Right.
And then I think people forget that you can find traditional podcasts that will help you in the publishing world as well. Because you're not necessarily talking about publishing, you're just talking about people's individual journeys, which I think is very interesting as well.
I agree. It definitely is. What the hell is this?
I'm here.
Oh my, look at you. The party has really started.
Now we really, really can get down.
Man, I feel like I need to go get a hat now.
I wish that I could upload music because I would use specific music to upload for this kind of thing, but I'm limited to what StreamYard has. Anyway, hi man, how are you? Tell everybody who you are and what you got going on. Go.
Why would you call me? I'm the author of Oh God, This book.
Yeah.
What's
it called? What's it called?
It's called Nightmare Tenant. Buy it now.
Now.
Do it now. I'm a horror and thriller and sci-fi writer. I do all kinds of things. I'm just here to cause trouble, really.
Which is what I expected and hoped for, my friend. I expected and hoped for. What? Yeah, explain that hat though. What is that?
I need
exactly?
to know where you got that and why you have it.
I got this at some kind of carnival years ago, and I just couldn't. I couldn't bring myself to throw it away. I thought I'll keep it for these random things like this.
Perfect.
And that is why you are you, Richard. That is why you are you. And we love you for it.
Good stuff.
Oh, shit. Colin's in the house. What's up, brother? Welcome. Oh, I will show the newsletter. Hold your horses. Why are you getting ahead of me? Okay. What's
Still
going
got
on?
my
Court Jester
newsletter.
of AuthorTube. I love. I dig this. Having a role in the AuthorTube kingdom. You're the court jester.
Well, I'm still in the royal court, aren't I? It's not all bad. I love how I've driven Adam to drink already.
It's a party, bro. There's the hair metal at, man. It's a party.
It's a party.
It's
a
you
party,
gotta. Yeah, I. It's all about the accent, man. It's all about the accent.
Thanks, man.
What's going on? Thank you. Hello. Okay. So yeah, guys. So what is? Have you guys looked over the lineup for Livestream Sunday Season 4? Let's start there. Have you guys looked at it at all? Because we can look at it now and talk about it a little bit.
Let's do
if
that.
you want.
Briefly. And I think you should also explain for your guests how you curate your list, and if people were interested, maybe how to get in contact with you. Because I've had a few people ask, and I was like, I don't know, just message him.
Ask how I do it?
Well, how you get guests and then how they can be guests.
Oh, they should ask me. I'd be
That's
happy.
what I said.
I talk about it all the time. So, okay. So, and thank you very much for setting me up yet again. So, yes, if you do want to be a guest on Livestream Sunday and or Typewriters Podcast, usually it's both. The best way to go about it is to email me if we're during the season, because I'm not usually scheduling the next season until this season is over. When the season is going on, I'm just doing the season and my attention is elsewhere. But feel free to email me with the subject matter, and I will file it and I can get back to it when the time comes. But I always try to contain a balance between guests with followings and subscriberships that are smaller than mine, as well as those that are higher than mine. Because obviously I benefit from having a guest with a bigger audience than me on my channel. He or she is going to bring viewers. Likewise, if a guest has a lower viewership than me, I am exposing them to more viewers. So I'm trying to keep that balance, and I've tried to maintain that throughout all the seasons of this show. So I hope that everybody feels that I'm doing a good job of that, because I'm not trying to ruffle up any feathers. But yes, send me an email, and then what happens is when the season is over during the finale and onward from then, I'll have an application that you can actually fill out with all your information on it. That application allows me to not only keep in contact with you and schedule your episode, but also it helps me to craft an episode around you as the guest. So when that time comes, fill that out for me. There's not one right now because, again, we're going right into the season now. But thank you, Bethany. That's how I put it together. And through that process, we got this lineup, which begins with Robert Jones, Mr. Story Detective. He's the season 1 opener, and I'm super, super, super excited about that. I don't know about anybody else, but I think that's going to be awesome. I need water. So, Robert Jones has been on Barrett Laurie on his channel. He did an author interview over there. So some of you have already been exposed to him. I don't know. Does anybody have anything they've always wanted to ask him? Because I have a bunch of questions that I want to ask him, but they're usually comic book related.
This sounds terrible, but I'm so far behind on watching AuthorTube and everything that's going on. I've just been just so out of it. So when I see people collaborating, I try, especially if it's a live, to pop in for those or listen to the replay, because I feel like I'm, hitting two things at once, because I'm I can see what both of these people are doing, and I love those types of conversations. So I haven't really seen what Robert's been up to, so I'm curious to see see
And
what
that's
his
another thing
updates
is
are.
that he took a little bit of a break from YouTube for a while, so he kind of came back with Lori's channel and has been slowly like coming back to the sphere. So it's gonna be good to talk to him and catch up a little bit. Colin, yo, dude, I want you to pop in here, man. Let's get
My
Colin in
partner
here.
in
That's gonna be
crime.
good
My
stuff.
partner in crime, yeah.
All right. So Adam, you posted something new on your blog. What, yesterday?
I did, yes. It was the Happy New Year blog.
I'd be
Hang
like,
on,
did
hang
you
on,
hear?
hang on. They're
Sorry, I
out
get
on a
excited.
Sunday. This is risky.
Oh,
I love it.
Good
They
fun,
took
man.
the time. They took the time. Oh, my partner in crime is here. What's up, brother? Hello. Sorry, Adam, continue. Your blog.
no, man. Hey, man, it's fine. Yeah, no, I finally done the Happy New Year blog, which is always late. I've only been doing my blog for about 2 years. It's always late. And it just talks a little bit about what I've been up to, why it's took so long to get the blog out. Root canal treatment, don't do it. There's a spoiler. Don't ever do it, ever. Don't ever do it. Unless it's like a front tooth, don't do it, man. Don't do it.
Yeah.
And I might as well, like, I've started on a poem. I was on, was it Barrett's channel? And he was talking about, on a stream, he was talking about have your word for the year. Well, what's your
Okay.
word for the year?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I decided my word for the year is going to be acceptance or accept. So I've done a kind of big kind of poem all around accept. Like, I must accept this. I must accept that. I must accept that. And it just, one of those ones. And so I'm going to eventually, that'll be quite a powerful one, but I'm going to eventually post that probably the start of February. So, yeah, man.
I love it. I love it, man. Yeah, man. Keep the blog going if it's working for you, dude. Because it's a pleasure to read. I haven't read the latest yet, but I'll get to it for sure. Richard, you're clickety clacking. What are you doing?
I'm annoying
What are you?
Barrett.
No, what are you up to? Annoying Barrett. I always know when you're up to something. Love to pop in, Adrian. Unfortunately, oh no. Okay, well, enjoy your conversation with your son. Of course, that takes precedent. I'm not gonna strong arm you, fellow Brit Packers.
You might not.
What?
I think I have. Oh no, it's a. It's
Oh
a
yeah, what happened? You have cats, don't you? It was your cat.
This is going to drive him nuts.
That's what it was. Bethany, what was that?
Oh, I was just gonna say, I feel you, Adam, on being late with all the New Year's stuff. Like, I have 2 videos that I filmed about like reflecting on my goals for 2021 and did I meet them, and then I was talking about my goals for 2022. Have not edited them; they're just sitting there. I don't like. I have a lot of projects going, and I got really sick the first 2 weeks of 2022 between, the Rona and pneumonia. So
Yeah.
I just I'm catching up with work stuff, but like one day, maybe, middle of June, you'll get my like 2022 goals and 2021 reflection. But that's why I do YouTube. It's just fun, and when I can and when I want, but I'm not professional like Adrian.
Oh, please stop it. I'm figuring it out like everybody else.
Bethany, did you have both the Rona and pneumonia?
I was just gonna say you got the twofer, man. Like that's a rough.
Yeah, initially
rough
I thought it was strep throat, and then tested positive, and I was like, well, at least I don't have to go to the doctor for antibiotics. And then I was just getting worse and worse, and then I was like better from Miss Rona, but they're like, yeah, your lungs are full of fluid, and I was like, well, that's not good. So it just took me a while to I couldn't figure out why, because I was feeling better. I couldn't figure out why I felt like I was climbing Mount Everest just walking across the street, and it's like, oh yeah, my lung capacity was at 25%. That makes sense.
I had fluid in my lungs once, and it was some of the worst pain that I ever felt. I thought I was having a heart attack.
By definition, it is drowning. So no,
Yeah,
I'm totally fine now, but it was just taking it easy for 2.5 weeks, and work piled up and my own projects piled up, because I have some stuff that I'm publishing under a pen name too that I don't really talk about, but I have other things too. Yeah, I know. So
Jennifer, thank you, Jennifer. Yes, hit that like button, comment, subscribe, the whole deal. Hit the notification bell, helps the algorithm, help all that
So
stuff.
touch wood, out of the 4 of us here, I am the one who is the healthiest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that right?
I
Yeah,
mean, like,
because
now
still
I
got the
feel like I'm
sniffles too. Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm fine now. My, like, I used to be able to hike for like 12 miles and not break a sweat, but now I'm like, a 1 mile walk seems like a big deal, but we're going to get back to where I was. It's fine. It's fine.
It's bananas, man. Like, I mean, I've had what I'm assuming is just a cold for like well over a week, and that's unusual for me. It usually like is in and out a couple of days tops, but like this, the congestion just won't go away. Like I'm worried.
I've got a remedy for that, Adrian. You were saying you've got the sniffles. It's something that a friend of mine got me onto because I realised he never gets the cold.
Okay.
I've known this guy for like, well, I'd say never, but since he became an adult, he's never got the cold. I've known this guy for like 30 years. So I said to him once, how come you never get the cold? And he goes, because when I feel it coming on, I do two things. I buy the cheapest bottle of whiskey or bourbon that I can find, and he buys what we call, I don't know what the American equivalent is, we've got these things called lem sips. It's basically just like a powder that you put into a cup and then you put hot water in it and you drink it and it makes you feel better.
It's like a hot toddy. Does your person make a hot toddy?
Right.
Sounds like a hot
No,
toddy.
but what he does, he doesn't make a hot toddy. What he does is he has what we call a lem sip, and then because you're meant to space them out over so many hours, so he has one, and then he drinks the whiskey, and then he has another one and drinks the whiskey. So he drinks about 3/4 of this bottle of whiskey, and then goes to his bed and he just sweats it out. So, and I'm not gonna lie, it works. What he failed to tell me is you have the weirdest dreams you will ever have. Like talking to people that aren't there. I remember once when I had when my ex-girlfriend now was staying with me and I was ill and I did it, and she was like, you were talking to people like you don't even know as if they were in the room, and it's but it works. About 2 days, 2 days and you're cured, man.
That's so funny because it's like alcohol. You don't take medication with alcohol because
You're not supposed to do that.
you can cross the blood-brain barrier. So I'm like, all that medicine went straight to your head.
Yeah.
I don't know, depending on, I don't know what's in lime sip, I don't know what's in it, but I'm sure you can take alcohol with it, he says, being Scottish, of course.
I misread this. I thought she said she melted meth crystals in peppermint schnapps.
I'm sure that would work too.
That would work too, that would do the job.
I just ate a whole bunch of oranges and
least
soup and called it good.
I feel like I should take a moment here to mention that this is not an official like doctor YouTube channel.
No.
None of us know what
None
we're
of this
talking
is
about.
official medical advice. We have no idea what we're talking about.
Yeah, do not listen to us when it comes to anything medically related. Honestly, take
But if
everything
you're gonna do one, it's probably this one.
Yeah, probably that one. Or the Vic on the feet as well. The Vic rub on your feet and then go to bed with socks on. Yeah, man.
Go to bed with socks on.
Oh.
Vital part of
You've got to
the
put Vic on
remedy.
your feet, bro. You can't just go to bed with socks on. That's not sexy. That's not cool.
Disclaimers coming in hot.
I'm not qualified to give advice. Don't listen to me, please.
Now you tell me, Richard. Now you tell me.
Yeah, man. I don't play a doctor on TV, nor am I one in real life. Oh boy. So yeah, man. What else has been going on with you guys? Anything else coming up down the pipeline you want to talk about? Raise your hand or start talking. Whatever. There, go.
Okay,
go.
it's not really down the pipeline. It's more of a vanity question. I don't know if we can do a poll or something.
Yeah.
I'm thinking the beard. Do I keep it or do I shave it? This is just something that I've been toying with for the last couple of weeks, and I'm thinking, why not ask my nearest and dearest YouTube friends? And
I'm gonna throw the poll up right now.
Is it a binary choice? Can you not shave things into it or make it into a specific pattern?
I never thought of that. I could, because I could go to a barber and ask him to do it, but
as long as you don't go for the really kind of douchebaggy kind of twirly bits. Yeah, that's a bit hipster. Don't do that.
And I don't know if you can see, but I don't actually have sideburns, which just is tragic.
I would like to stress, don't trust me on fashion advice either, because look what I'm wearing.
It's true. You're a walking disaster. We love it.
All right, there's a poll live in the chat right now. Let's find out whether he should shave or keep the beard. For the record, I vote keep.
Oh, okay.
I vote keep too.
I don't know if I
I
can vote on
vote
my
keep.
own
It's
poll.
part of his rugged Scottish looks.
Oh, you flatter me.
Yeah, I vote keep as well. Yeah.
Barrett votes
Yeah.
keep.
Yeah,
It
I
already
was
looks
thinking
like a
Barrett
vast
before.
majority. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, the chat's hopping. What's going on in the chat right now? Hold on. Oh, we're still giving away medical advice. Okay.
You know, the good stuff.
It's a part of now, dude.
It wasn't just me then. It wasn't just me.
Wait. I read that you melted meth crystals.
That's what I said.
I'm so sorry. It's the
Just fire
I
them
didn't
up Breaking Bad
apologize.
style. Just
I want to
Alright.
know Bethany's top secret pen name.
all right.
it's a secret for a reason. It's purely just for experiments.
Naughty
So
stuff.
Bethany Votaw write like short story collections and like mystery thrillers. They're usually darker, grittier, more fast paced. And I know it can be a trend in like self-publishing, specifically the AuthorTube world. People genre hop, and that works for some people, but I don't think it will for me because I really do have a lot of books like that are very specific in the same tone and vibe, and I would hate to kind of have that and then like an outlier, like fun contemporary, like mystery, not thriller, like mystery. And so I had a couple of stories
Playing
that I
different
wrote.
Campgrounds, yeah.
Yeah, I had a couple of stories that I wrote years ago. They were not very good, but they were excellent practice. But my sister actually was asking me about them because she had read them and she really liked them. And she's like, why don't you, revisit those? And so I did. I rewrote some, and I've got a couple in the final stages that I will publish under a pen name because they're very different styles, very different tones than what I have. And the reason I'm not telling people what my pen name is I want to see what it's like going from ground zero. That's not to say that I won't tell people in a year.
Is this a bit like the Richard Bachman thing for Stephen King? He wanted to see if it wasn't just based on his name.
And it's in a totally different genre too. And so the other thing is I was going to play around with Kindle Unlimited versus not, and then what it looks like to like switch around. I want to experience it all more for myself than anything else, so that when people ask me about it, I can give them my experience. So I've talked with Hannah and Victoria, who are in Kindle Unlimited, which is like it works really, really well for some people in genres and really, really poorly for others. Yeah, so I just want to like see what it's like. So it's a fun like little passion project, but it's taken up quite a bit of my time because it's a serial. Oh my gosh, it sounds so stupid. I'm sure you can figure it out, but it follows a grandma. She comes up with like she figures out all these like fun little mysteries, and it's like this just cute, fluffy, contemporary, like it's just fluff and fun, which is great. And if you read Tracker, that is not what the book is about at all. So it's felt weird to publish them all under the same. So that's pretty much all.
It's like a branding thing, basically. It's a branding
thing.
Yeah, and I don't want to discourage people who do genre hop and want to keep it all under one name for them. Like, great, go for it. Like, I'm sure you can make that work for yourself. There's tons of ways to do it. I personally just do not have the mental capacity to try and handle them both at the same time. Like, it works better for me. So that's me.
David Hopkins.
Hey, how are you doing?
Hey, welcome. How are you, brother? Tell everybody who you are, where you're from, what you got going on.
Well, first, Adrian, I got to say hi, Adam. Hi, Bethany. Hi, Richard. How are y'all doing? So you see you got a party going on. This is great.
That's the idea.
Yeah, no, my name is David Hopkins, and as Bethany was talking about, I used to genre hop. Back when I worked in comics, I was all over the place. And now that I am writing fantasy novellas, I am sticking to my lane, and I just write epic fantasies set in a medieval-esque second world. And yeah, so that's what I've been writing. And actually, as of last night, I just finished book 5 which will be out in March. I mean, it's got to go through all. Thanks.
That's exciting.
It has to go through all the editors and the proofreaders and all that stuff. But there we go. Book 5. I finished it last night, so that was good.
Sorry to interrupt you, David, but this comment is for Bethany. You should document this process on YouTube, and we can blur your face and distort your voice like true crime.
Love it. Yes, I'll just put like a bag over my head.
And we already have a second for the idea, so now you have to do it. That's the rule, right? That's the rule.
I think if Barrett says you have to do it, you have to do it.
Yeah, I mean, Barrett knows best. So he needs like a column, like Ask Barrett. Barrett knows best type thing. Make that happen, Barrett. I have some life questions for you, some writing questions. Oh, it's all good.
That's what he's here for, right? That's what he's here for. That's why we turn to him.
The only thing I'd be worried about doing like a who is so and so type thing is when people start guessing writers who are so much better than I am, and then they're like, "Oh, it's David," and they're like, "Who?" Like,
who's
"Oh
David?
yeah, sorry, calm down."
You were a
me.
favorite on my channel, David. Like I got a lot of comments and emails about you. So
that's just because I like to talk.
Popular.
That's all it is. I'm just dominating, and then I feel bad afterwards, and then people only encourage me.
So you just keep repeating the cycle of just being charming and hilarious.
Or just running my mouth until time's up. Yeah.
That's my strategy.
Yeah. Great minds think alike. Oh man.
Well, I noticed with a lot of writers, if you get us on the right subject, we will talk your ear off. But then otherwise, we just find a good wall to cling to.
It's
true. Or just have a book in your back pocket.
There's nothing worse than being on a panel of writers and not knowing anything about the topic at hand and just having to sit there and, and just shut up while everybody else talks. Nothing worse.
Although all of a sudden then you bring up like George R.R. Martin and his writing schedule, and then everyone like dives in with their opinions.
Don't even get me started on George Martin's writing schedule, bro.
I'm just saying.
We'll be here for hours.
You might like one chapter a year at this point.
I don't know what he's got going on, man. I feel like the pressure might be getting to him because at this point, for 10 years writing the next book, I don't know. It just.
I mean, at this point, he's
earned
more money than most small countries, so there's no real investment.
Look what you did, David. Now we're talking about this.
George R.R. Martin is like catnip. You just throw that subject out there.
And
I love those books. I love talking about it. So that you can't help it. You just can't help it. Is Richard wearing a Hawaiian pizza? Are you wearing?
I would if I could. I like to wear it around here mostly.
It's like a Hawaiian pizza threw up on him. Let me see. What? Let's take a yeah. There you go. HBO ruined the whole. Yeah, well, they fumbled the ending on purpose, which is what's really weird about it. But I don't know, man. The books. I would think that would light a fire under his ass to get it done, because now it's like, oh, well, we all know mine's going to be better, so like let me put it out there and it's going to be huge.
Adam, did you just say you liked the ending of Game of Thrones? Because I'm going to have to paraphrase Bethany Boatman and say, get out.
To an extent.
It was objectively bad. It was
objectively bad. Well, I will admit it was objectively bad. However, I'm an odd guy, let's be honest. You can, apart from David, who will get to know me, you all know me, I'm a bit of an odd guy. But it was the whole, I think the characters ended up roughly where I wanted them to end up, that made sense for their arcs to an extent. And by the characters, I do mean just like the Stark clan. Apart from that, and apart from where Tyrion ends up and the Mountain and the Hound going at it,
that was good.
Everything else, I could have. You could have left. Yeah, everything else you could have left. Yeah, definitely.
It was good spectacle wise. So you could have basically watched it with the sound off and got the best out of it.
Yeah, you know what? No, I probably agree with quite a bit of that, Richard. Actually, yeah.
I'm glad you agree, Adam.
Yeah, I'm glad I agree too. Yeah, but no, it's by far. I watch a lot of TV. It's by far nowhere near the worst TV ending of all time. Nowhere near the worst I've ever seen.
Here's the thing, Adam. It's not that it's the worst ever. It's
Mm.
that it's so bad when the rest of the series
The
was
series
so
is so good.
good.
Yeah, yeah,
It
man.
was at such a high that for them to
Mhm.
fall that hard, it's just
It kind
unforgivable,
of
man.
diminished the rest of the series in a way because
It
you
does.
end
I
up
haven't
rewatching it
rewatched
and
it
think, oh,
since.
it's ending this crap ending.
Like
And
as good as
it's
those
kind
early
of,
seasons are, I haven't rewatched it.
and what I found really interesting was that show went from being like all everyone talked about to basically disappearing off the face of the earth like overnight.
Yep, yep. And in the space
Can
of
you
about 3
imagine?
weeks to a month. Yeah.
All right, guys. So I was reminded when Barrett said that Gary won the night with that joke he made about Richard's shirt. I was reminded that I want to give away prizes today. I have three 2-week free trials of masterclass.com to give away. And I just asked in the chat if Gary has a membership, and he doesn't. So, Gary, guess what? You're
I
the
thought
first winner
Adrian
of
was
the
going to say
night
I would
Hey.
because the joke on Richard was just that good, just that spicy. So,
I'm the
hold on.
prize that money can't buy.
That's right. So hold on, I just want to make a note of Gary's win here because he's the first one up, and I'll email him the code after this show. Gary Thomas Masterclass. Yeah. All right. So you're the first winner of the night. Yay!
Woo!
That was loud.
Sorry, bro.
You're
Sorry.
good.
I forget you guys to get headphones. It's a
Yeah,
party,
man.
bro.
You gotta
It's a
get
party.
headphones, man. Oh man. So
There's
yeah,
not a
Gary.
headphone jack on this laptop, man.
All right, look, man. I like all three of the Matrix movies. Obviously, the first one is objectively the best. Obviously, I'm not an idiot, but I just feel that the sequels are underrated, and I can justify everything that happens in them, and I can solve every mystery in them with the context clues of each movie. I love those movies. Fight me on it. I'll talk your ear off for hours. But you know, that's another live stream.
Well, it's funny that you should say fight you on it because that's my big issue with Matrix 2
go.
and 3
Here we
is
go.
it's fight, talk,
Sure.
fight. It's just fight, talk, fight. Like it's not the subject matter or even the way it weaves the plot. It's just it feels very ham-fisted the way they're like, and now there's an action sequence,
I
and now there's
absolutely
a
agree with you
scene
on
where
that.
we're going to talk for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And it's like it lost its elegance where all of a sudden, you know, the cool karate stuff just kind of comes out of the story instead of it being felt like it's crammed in there because we know people like
Exactly. We didn't care about each individual fight because there was no emotion behind any of them. And I agree with you. It's one of the many reasons why the first movie is objectively better than the second and the third. I just still like them. I still like them because they're still fun. They're still like crazy, and the they sort of replaced all of the theology stuff with all of the computer stuff. They got really deep into like how the Matrix works and what it is and how is, you know, what these roles all do. And when you start to extrapolate the world building of that series, it's insane how much detail is in it, how rich it is as a sci-fi property, and that's what I love about it, is digging into all that stuff.
All right, now did you see the new one?
I did.
And
Did you see the new one?
I didn't, but I did watch the trailer 10 times. Does that count for watching it?
Uh
The trailer
pretty-
was great.
It's pretty close. The trailer revealed way too much, and I wish that it hadn't. But I rather liked most of it. I have problems with it, like 2 and 3, but there's a lot that I found that I loved in it, and basically all the stuff that I really liked about the previous movies, they kept coming back. The biggest problem with it is that the fights, it's not that the fight scenes don't matter, it's that the fights are all boring. All of the new fight scenes are just like they're just boring. There's nothing special about them. They didn't put any heart into the fight scenes like they did in the first ones. They didn't shoot them the way that they used to with those long shots, you know, no cuts in them. The fight scenes are just a complete loss in this one. Bethany, have we bored you yet?
No, I have not seen any of the Matrix, so
I've not seen them either.
I'm like, yeah, this is very interesting.
Yeah,
Sure.
Safi hates Matrix
I did.
Resurrections.
I did. Someone told me that if I liked, like Plato's Cave type stories, I would like that. So
Yeah.
I do enjoy that.
I have to look this up. This sounds interesting. That Matrix and Shrek are the same story.
I mean, I've seen Shrek, so
Yeah.
So you don't need to see the Matrix now.
you're telling
Yeah.
me I've seen the Matrix because I've seen Shrek. All right,
Let's do
sounds
this.
good. I'm sure that'll work.
Yeah, it's bananas, man. It's crazy. All right, what's been going on in the chat lately? Yeah, meta trash. Yep. Yeah, no, not everybody's seen it. And not everybody needs. So if you didn't like the sequels, don't watch the new one because you're not gonna like the new one. If you did like the sequels, then check it out. You might like some of the new one. It's not bad. They're all, Neo's old. Neo, needs to.
It's good sync there, Adam, on the drinks.
Yeah. I'm the only fool drinking at this party, bro.
Are we competing with coffees? I actually have that mug you have.
I'm drinking lemonade.
It's
fun like that.
Now, mine is the Arlington Public Library mug, though. I'd be impressed if you have this one.
Mine just says gulp.
Okay.
No, yeah, the one that I have that looks like that doesn't have anything written on it, so
Just plain. But yeah. I guess I need to drink it this way to show the brand of the public library.
Love Dark City. If anybody's seen
Dark City,
I
man.
think
What
I
movie?
introduced you to Dark City, Safi. Don't take credit for that. That was all me, brother. All right, let's see here. All right, everybody's got emails going on. That's good. What's this? Oh, today on Sunday Rumble with Adrian, Matrix. I missed that earlier. I wanted to make sure I got it in there. That's funny.
It's a weird thing because I think Matrix, if you were of a certain age when that movie came out, you walked out of that theater with your mind just like, I didn't even know movies could do this, and it felt like, and now, in many ways, it's not unlike Citizen Kane, which it's like, yeah, it's created the language that we now just kind of expect from movies. So it doesn't hit you quite the same way. Although I do agree that I think the first one still holds up as
the
just
first
a
one
story.
is great. Yeah, the first one I think is arguably a perfect film. I don't. See
it makes
too
no
much wrong with
mistakes.
it. Yeah, and it's one of those things that you can just watch over and over, and I do watch over and over and enjoy every time. Yeah, for sure. The thing with the Matrix movie, that first one, it was such a they put so much work into all angles of it that I feel that they kind of dropped out of later on. They let things go here and there. I don't know if Bethany left us for good. I hope she didn't feel that she couldn't say goodbye before she left. You could have said goodbye.
That's not like that for me.
You said you could pop in and out though, so.
Yeah, I did say that.
So just to reiterate what you gentlemen were saying, I was in high school when The Matrix came out.
Yeah.
Watched it. A big film fan, did not know that films could do that. And for I was going to say for people who know of this sort of thing, I went from watching The Matrix and loving it, and then not long after, I hope Bethany's okay, man.
Stay safe, Bethany. That's what I'm.
I then found Philip K. Dick. So that's a lot of what would you call that? Paranoia, man. That's actually says a lot about me as a person when you think of I was watching The Matrix and reading Philip K. Dick books at an age where I can honestly say from a mental capacity was nowhere near ready for what that was going to open me up to. Government conspiracies and all sorts, man.
I was just the right age, man. I was 13? I was 13 when it came out. I was just the right age for it. And I didn't get to see it in the theaters. So I rented it when I heard that it was such a big deal. I rented it and brought it home and watched it with the family. And normally on family movie nights, we would all be sitting on the couches and on the chairs. And this time everybody else was on the couch and I was sitting on the floor in front of everyone, like as close as I could to the TV, just staring up at everything. And I just remember the moments where it was always the gross out moments, like the bug that goes into his belly button, or when he's birthed in the pod. Those two moments, my mom was just so disgusted and grossed out and couldn't see the movie for what it was. She was just like, "What did you bring for us to watch? This is what," and I'm like tuning her out because I'm sucked into this incredible movie. Like it was magic. It's magic. Yeah. It like just it changed everything. It just opened up the world to so many new concepts. All right, we're good. I think it's just a safety thing. It'll come back in a few minutes. I'm glad you are safe.
Yeah. No
Dang
kidding.
California. Oh, sorry.
Wow.
No, dude, it's like a 20-year-old movie.
You haven't watched it by now.
Get the hell out of here.
Yeah, don't watch Titanic, man. The boat sinks.
Adam, you just ruined the ending.
Man, I was just setting up to watch it tonight, man, for the first time. You ruined the end.
You probably need to start about an hour, mate, and that's a long film.
I will say one of the great things about the Matrix movie is even though it did have some technical innovations with the bullet time and all of that stuff, the movie was not about the special effects.
Right.
And I feel like there was enough practical effects mixed in with the special effects that it still worked. I do wonder, though, with movies going forward, and maybe this is just the old man in me talking, but I wonder what technical innovations are even out there that could blow people's minds now that we've sort of gone so far with computer-generated stuff.
That's the big question with the Avatar sequels, right? Because like he's been working on those Avatar. James Cameron has been working on those Avatar sequels forever, and the first one was a 3D, like, say what you will about the story and its simplicity, but the technology of the movie created a 3D experience that was masterpiece. Like it was masterpiece quality 3D experience stuff, and from the beginning, from the first shot. So what's he going to bring to the sequels? Why has he taken so long to put them out? What has he been developing that we haven't even like thought of yet? Like I can't even imagine what he's bringing to those. The bar is high. The bar is high. What do you do now? VR? Are we all going to be like writing the things and like what are we doing?
Will be. But people forget this is the same guy that brought us T2. I remember my father saying that he did not think that special effects would get any better than they were in T2. Now, a lot of the special effects in T2, I would argue, still hold up, depending on the restoration version that you're watching, because I know that they've made a pig's ear of some of them in the past. So it's the same guy. So it's actually crazy to go, the same guy that brought us The Abyss, brought us T2, brought us Avatar. You can see the kind of progression there. But you're right. I think what's going to happen, in my humble opinion, is it's not going to be special effects that blow our minds now. We're going to go back to being able to do practical effects probably better than we ever had before. And I think that will start to kind of blow our minds again. Like, I don't know if you guys are movie guys or whatever, but I ended up watching at my family's house the latter half of Kelly's Heroes, if you remember that movie with Clint Eastwood and Telly Savalas.
Sure.
Right? The amount of practical effects in that last, 30 minutes, 25 minutes, 30 minutes, felt so refreshing because these are actual explosions. These are actual, things going off. And of course, you've got Donald Sutherland just loving life as this hippie before hippies. And I think it's going to go back to that. I mean, if you look at things like, not getting up your deep dive, you look at things like Old Boy, if you've ever seen that. John Wick. I'm a big John Woo fan, so I watched some John Woo stuff, and I'm like, how did they do like this is insane, and this is like what the late 90s. And I would put, that hospital scene in Hard Boiled, I would put that up against any, and I like the Marvel movies and stuff, but I would put that up against any Marvel finale and go, what one do you think was honestly better?
Yeah. Well, John Wick and
sorry, I want to pick up on Gary's point that he just made about the effects in Terminator 2 really hold up even today, because they were just so good. They're almost timeless in a way. It doesn't matter what year you're watching it in. And it's sort of like the early 3D stuff from like Avatar may have looked good in 2009 or whenever it came out. It may have aged considerably in that time. So it's interesting how the effects from that era hold up really well. but the effects from like 10, 20 years later don't hold up or age as well.
Well,
I'm going to disagree. I'm going to disagree, if you don't mind, Richard, only because...
Good night. I always mind when you disagree with me.
Okay, I'm sorry. And I'll give you an example that breaks my heart, but I will give you an example, okay? You look at these special effects in Terminator 2, which I believe, I'm going to get butchered here, but I believe it was 91 or 92 that film came out.
Was 92.
Right, okay. Before that, a film came out in the late 80s called Ghostbusters 2, which had digital effects in it, because the digital revolution, when I studied this in university, they always said the easiest way to remember when the digital revolution happened is that it happened between Ghostbusters 1 and Ghostbusters 2. Ghostbusters 2 came out in, I believe, 89, because it's a New Year movie about getting into the 90s. The special effects in that, when they used a lot more digital effects, were horrendous, versus the one that came out in, what was it, 84, the first Ghostbusters, where they used what almost completely practical effects to a point, apart from obviously the ghosts and stuff, and that holds up extremely well.
Mm-hmm.
One man's opinion.
Yeah, no,
well,
it's,
and then
it's true. It does. It's true.
Let me point out one of the classic examples of horrible CG, which came out in 1992. Which, if any of you have seen Lawnmower Man, that movie. Lawnmower Man was such bad CG, but I think part of the problem why it was so bad was because it tried to create this full world immersion that you're like in the computer kind of thing, and it looks so bad. I wouldn't even recommend watching it. But
Yeah,
Lawnmower Man was another example of early CG that just, it's terrible. But once again, I love when we
they
bring
didn't know
up
what they were doing back then for the most part. Like, unless you had like Disney money, like you just didn't know what was going on. Yeah.
Tron? That was Disney money.
But you know what? A good story
Disney money
covers
now.
a multitude of sins.
This is, I totally agree, because one of the things I was talking about earlier with someone was old Doctor Who may not have the budget or effects capability of today, but the story was so full of heart in a lot of those old Doctor Who's. I think I was talking about it to Adrian today, wasn't I? I can't remember things anymore. But it kind of, the quality of the story writing in those older episodes kind of surpasses the technical limitations of their budget or what was possible back then. So,
Completely
I totally agree with that point there, David.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, ultimately, the whole thing with the special effects comes down to how good it looks, but how much it matters that it's there. You know what I mean? Like when you run into needless CGI stuff that could have easily have been done in live action or practically or whatever, something that would have looked a lot better, something that would have, no, it's not showing off. It's lazy. It's like, well, we're not going to, put the actors and stuntmen into coordinating a scene or whatever. We got to get it on the fly. The effects team will slap it together and it looks haphazard and shitty and like they just put it out. It's when it matters to the story and is good. And usually when it matters to the story, the animators care about what they're doing and they put a little extra oomph into it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's usually why the best movies that have the best stories will have like the best special effects as well. Even if their budget was low, they cared the most about the subject matter, which comes from the story, the script, or with us, our books, the story is what it's everything. Everything comes from the story.
I will share with you something that I learned yesterday, which is in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, the version that just came out a while back ago with Johnny Depp. The scene where the squirrels are cracking the nuts.
Yes, I saw this recently.
That was not CG. They trained the squirrels.
They trained the squirrels to do that. Yeah.
That's insane.
And they were all there. Like all those squirrels were there doing their thing. Like the amount of training to go into so that they will all do it simultaneously in that shot. I can't even imagine.
Why? That just isn't like that. That to me is almost going too far. Like,
but see, it's because they could do it practically, so they did. It was harder, but it looks better. A bunch of CG squirrels is going to look stupid.
but I would have forgiven it. And now I'm like, wait, they trained all those squirrels.
I could have sworn it was CG because I couldn't imagine anybody training that many squirrels to do that. So I just
But they
assumed
did.
that it was the best CG ever, and it was. Yeah, it was. They did actually do it.
Yeah.
1991, same year as Thelma and
Thelma and
Louise.
Louise.
Saw that in T2 both twice in the theater. Yeah, I was born in '84, so I was born the year the first Ghostbusters came out. That's yeah, and I was born in October, so it was right around that time, right? It was right around Halloween.
Yeah,
I think so. Depending on what country you were in, yeah. Obviously, in the UK, we got them a bit later sometimes because you didn't have worldwide releases.
So what's going on? So Bethany's got an earthquake, and then we've got Miss Ward with what was it? Fire. A prairie fire nearby.
Yep.
So please, everybody,
it's the apocalypse,
stay safe.
Adrian. It's the apocalypse.
I was just trying to get people excited about next week. We're not going to be here for it. We're all going to.
We're not going to make it.
Just terrible.
Speak for yourselves.
Well, I was going to say,
Adam's like, I'm across the pond. I'll be fine.
You're fine.
Yeah, we'll be all right.
Well, I was going to say, the people in the UK, you got the movies later, but as a very young Doctor Who fan, we could not get that stuff except on public access, PBS, and it was like way after. Like my first Doctor was Tom Baker, and like he had been gone for years by the time I finally caught him because you never got them in order, and they were always like way past date. So that's the trade-off. Is I got Doctor Who piecemeal.
The wilderness of old television, right? Where like if you didn't catch it the first time in order, then it was just like whatever it's on. You had no idea when it was going to be on. It was just on. You're flipping through channels like, oh shit, this is the one. Like you had no idea. Yeah.
Yep.
Kids today don't know, man.
It's true, man.
All right, who's got the flood?
Sit down at a specific time to watch television. Imagine that.
Whoever's got a flood in their neighborhood gets the other masterclass.com.
Oh, we did Plague. Yeah, that's true.
We did Plague. That's true.
Yeah.
We're still doing Plague, technically.
I've got a Bible. Wait a minute. We can tick them off, you know.
Got to get a graph going. If anything catastrophic happens in West Virginia, I'm moving in with one of the Brit Pack.
I mean, Jennifer, I kind of feel like West Virginia already is a catastrophe. What? No. I went there. Take that, West Virginia.
I thought this was a family stream, Adrian.
Who told you that? This is an adult channel. He can say whatever the hell he wants.
There's a great song about West Virginia, though, isn't there? Take Me Home, Country Road.
Yeah.
I think. Should have finished up along. West Virginia, Mama, something like that.
But the flood thing, she's like, don't speak that into the universe. Barrett's with David. West Virginia. All I know is I drove through West Virginia once with my partner who's in the chat right now. He actually drove through it, now that I remember correctly. It was raining the entire time, and we're going up and down like mountains in the hard pouring rain. You know, a couple of 19-year-old dum-dums who don't know how to drive. Who's farting on mic right now? Somebody farted on mic. Fess up. Who was it?
It was not me.
We're doing it live. Fuck it. We're doing it live. All right. Oh, the thing about the flood, Barry.
I think as a UK person, I'm missing some drama here about what's happening in West Virginia.
Oh, nothing. Just that David hates it. As a state.
It's one of those things where certain states will pick on other states. And West Virginia gets picked on a bit. I'm from Texas, though. I get picked on all the time. So,
I'm from Florida. I'll pick on ourselves.
Florida wins. Yeah.
Florida.
Everyone picks on Florida.
Florida is just like the kicking. Like the other day, I was watching a Louis C.K. stand-up, and he was talking about how everybody says that it looks like a dick, but it doesn't. It looks like a shit coming out of like an asshole. Like if you see, like America's ass is right there, and then like Mexico is the knees, you know. So like it's just shit coming out of America. That's Florida. So
Florida, which is home of the Florida man.
I don't know what to say to that.
You can say thank you, and I'll say you're welcome. That's
I
what
mean,
you can
if
say
you
to
look
that.
at Scandinavia on a map, it does look fairly
Missouri?
suggestive.
You're from Missouri, Barrett?
Well, we're talking about Scandinavia.
A
Let's go.
lawless swamp. It is a lawless swamp, and I live in the swampiest part of it. That's what really sucks. Uh,
You've got a Disney there, though. I've been there twice.
don't.
No?
Yes, yeah. Disney's great. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, all right. I live here, dude. You think I get excited about Disney? I don't give a.
Yeah, I hope you do, man.
I don't give a shit about Disney, dude.
See, that's the Disney, bro. I've never been to Texas.
I have
I've
been
in
so
New
many
York
times.
and
I
things.
worked for Disney. I have been there so many times. Us.
Oh
Yeah,
man!
that's
And now
okay.
you tell me we could have had a whole stream about you tell me about Disney
Not
and how
anymore. I don't work there anymore, man.
But when
Like,
you did, bro, but when you did,
I don't have the hookup anymore.
Now, Adrian, did you get paid by Disney?
I sure did. I sure did get paid by Disney.
See,
Yeah.
you could say that you are one of the writers who's actually been paid by Disney. It's a rare thing, from what I hear.
But I
weren't
wasn't a
paid
writer
as
I wasn't a writer at the time. Yeah. I
No,
wasn't paid
yeah,
as
you
a
gotta
writer.
work it.
No, those are just details. Details.
Details. Just say I got paid by Disney.
I was a host and a server in a restaurant. Like, it's pretty
Yeah.
far removed. Visiting Scotland is on the bucket list.
I've been once. I don't think they'll let me go back though.
to where?
Scotland.
You can
Scotland?
come back, man. Come visit. It's fine. We're very forgiving. We're very forgiving. Just don't wear that hat, man. Don't wear the hat. I mean, I like the
I think I
hat,
should
but
wear
don't
the
wear
hat. I think I should wear the hat.
That's
wear
a
the
very
hat, bro.
Disney hat. That you'd fit right in.
don't wear the hat in Scotland, man. Do not make it out alive.
Does this just scream Englishman to you?
I don't know about Englishmen, but it
I don't know
screams
about
something.
English.
It screams something. I'm not
It
quite
seems
sure what.
something. Yeah, yeah.
I
David,
feel like it screams Scandinavian, like World Cup attendee, like something like that. Like,
attendee.
yeah, you're there in the stands cheering on Finland. Yeah,
That's so oddly specific that I'm inclined
I
to
love
agree
that.
with you.
yeah.
David, you've
Yeah.
got an episode on Livestream Sunday this coming season, and
Yes.
if I remember correctly, you're releasing something at around that time. Is that right?
Yes, I
What do you got
am.
going on?
Yeah, I'm actually with Writing Workshop, writingworkshops.com. I'm teaching a class on Shakespeare. And in particular, it's how we as writers can learn a thing or two from Shakespeare. So it's not about the flowery prose. It's not about that. It's more looking at his plot structure
Right.
and seeing how he constructs meaningful plot, characters that have consequences and move the stories forward. And so, yeah, it's kind of a master class where we try to learn from the best. And so I'll be teaching that class. It's going to be an online class. It's going to last about 4 weeks. And we're going to have both on-demand videos, a live chat, and other content. So right now, I am furiously binging and researching and doing all my work on that to get ready for it. But by the time we have our live stream, I will be already knee-deep in it. So
Yeah, we're going to be talking about it more in depth on that episode and on the podcast that follows it. So if anybody's interested in that, the playlist is in the description below. Go check it out and set a reminder for that episode so you can hear us talk
That
in
sounds
more
good.
depth.
thank you.
That sounded amazing, man. Yeah, David, we can definitely be friends, man, with that sort of attitude.
There you go.
Yeah.
Edinburgh.
Yeah, so we'll see how it goes.
Edinburgh. Sorry, go
But
ahead.
I was going to say, I think that one of the things that we're going to learn from Shakespeare is Shakespeare had the best middle of his stories. Like the middle of his stories were never boring. Always the most exciting things happened right in the middle. Think about nowadays as writers, where do most people struggle?
I'm struggling with the middle. Yeah,
With the middle.
absolutely.
And so we're going to really dig deep into this idea that Shakespeare's middles were amazing. And what happened between him and now that we have so much problems with the middle of it. So we'll talk about what should take place in the middle of the story. That will be part of the things that we go, just to tease it a little bit. But hey, guys, it was so great talking to you. I've got to hop off though. So Adam, Richard, Adrian, I will talk to you guys again.
Thank you so very much for stopping by, brother. I appreciate it.
No earthquake. Okay.
Not the beard. I should have complimented them on it, but I didn't know him well enough. But that was a beard, bro.
That was a
beard,
nice,
man.
manly, yeah, absolutely.
Richard, where's your beard, bro?
I think he has the kind of beard that kind of just inspires trust, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah.
His cadence, the way that he speaks, very gentlemanly. Absolutely. Yeah.
It was great to meet him. I only knew him by reputation. So if he was
Richard, explain yourself.
Gary is very, very wrong about this. That's all I'm going to say. If I could get a red, white, and blue one, I would.
The BritPack episode is already famous for revealing the new BritPack logo, right? He'll be share the.
You're welcome.
Here we go. Right. There it is. Richard, you were the one who created it, correct?
I am responsible for this. That's correct.
I love it.
I'm looking forward to being a cheeky bugger.
It's gonna be fun, man. Yeah, I quite enjoyed putting that on the thumbnail. I thought that was appropriate and necessary. Really, people should be warned. People should know.
It should come with a warning.
Oh no, it's like Survivor, who will be left at the end. Here we go. Dun, 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 dun. We'll see. We might still have a couple of drop-bys. I don't know.
Drop-bys, hopefully. Man.
We'll see. We'll see what happens. So yeah, man, I'm really psyched about season 4. I feel like it's going to be transformative for the channel.
I think you've excelled yourself again, Adrian.
You think so? I hope so.
Well, we shall see.
We certainly shall.
May I ask a question?
Hit me.
Why seasons?
Not series.
No, not like that. I see a lot of people on YouTube these days doing series, and I thought, why don't you just keep it going until it runs out, man? Like,
yeah.
I can understand it definitely for you, Adrian, right, to an extent, but for some of these people like that, you always, every season you bring something new to the table, new graphics, new sounds.
Yeah.
You know,
I keep trying to, like, each season. I want each season to have its own look. I want the improvement in quality to be readily apparent each time, because I'm always trying to, beef it up a little bit. But the real reason why I do seasons is purely because of planning and how much time it takes me to do all this stuff. I could do this week to week, every week, try to hunt down a guest and schedule the thing and do the thing.
Sounds
every
like
week.
work, to be honest.
And it takes time away from writing. So I prefer to have a chunk of time set aside to where I can schedule everybody all in the same month, take care of everything that I need to do to prepare for the season in that month, schedule everything, release the playlist, everything is set, everything is done. And then I just have to conduct the interviews once a week. It takes up one day of my time, maybe 2 if I have some prep stuff to do, rather than my entire week every week. You know what I mean? It would just be too much work. So that's why I do seasons. I do 4 months of episodes, 16 episodes total. I do 4 months of episodes, and then I'll take 2 months off to chill and plan the next one.
I think you've got to give yourself that break as well. I think there's a lot of kind of expectation to always be doing something. Even in your leisure time, you've got to have a thing to do.
Well, ultimately, I want to finish the damn book. You know what I mean? Anything that takes time away from that is a detriment. So I'm just trying to keep it kosher, vegan kosher. Adam Stevenson, I love Genesis. They are one of my favorite groups of all time, and yes, that is a great album.
Yeah, because you said and then there were 3, which is the Genesis album.
On the subject of Adrian writing his book, I have had the most productive month ever.
Please tell me.
Congratulations, Richard. Please tell us more.
I've been working on my new work in progress project, which you will find out more about tomorrow in part of my monthly newsletter.
Ooh, teasers.
I love it.
Teasers.
And just for Adrian's viewing pleasure,
Yes.
I made a chart.
Oh,
Wow.
okay. I have to hold on. I have to ask Safi in the chat. Do I take this opportunity to reveal even the draft of our idea for our T-shirt? This will all tie in, guys. This will all tie in. Safi, shout it out in the in the chat. It's just a draft right now. It's not going to be the final product, but he said, "Nah, oh, okay. You guys are gonna have to deal with that tease. Sorry, guys. All right,
Hell's nah.
you guys are gonna have to deal with that tease. It's coming up for the Brit Pack episode, you guys. All right, the
I'm
Brit
looking
Pack
forward to
episode
that.
will have it.
But
The
yeah,
V2s.
I've
all right. I got it, man. I got it. All right, jeez, I set them off.
I've had a wonderful month, which has surprised even me. Yeah, it's excellent.
It's so dumb.
I just wanted to take the
Excellent.
opportunity to brag about how great I've done. I don't usually do that. I usually just keep it to myself.
You don't
My
know.
guy, I am proud of you. Continue onward and upward. How dare I what? I said okay.
Actually, Adrian,
That's what I deal with, you guys. Every day.
I know. The abuse, man, the abuse.
Every
Then you
day,
get me
this
on
guy.
Instagram, giving me all my woes, you know.
Honestly, yeah.
You told me
Well,
on that, and you know it's been fantastic for networking already, and I've been on it like a week.
I don't know why you weren't on it sooner, man. Like that's where everybody is.
This
But
is
on
why I'm
that
not on it.
topic, on that topic, guys, and I haven't been able to catch up with my partner, who is again in the chat. I wanted to talk to him about this off, but this is a good forum and good people out here to talk about this. We were talking in the Discord yesterday. I don't know if you guys saw it.
I need to get in your Discord, Adrian. I'm not in
No,
there.
not mine. My Discord's dead. I killed it a while ago.
Because,
I'm talking about the one that we're all on that Bethany runs.
Oh, Bethany's Discord.
Yes. So we were talking the other day about how whether it's Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, all of these social media networks are ones where authors are trying to make them work for them, but there is none that is designed specifically with authors in mind and specifically with pairing authors with book readers in mind.
This is what Benjamin T. Mills was talking about.
Okay, because and just to add a button onto that before I kick it off to you guys, I'm seeing on AuthorTube, there's first of all, AuthorTube is AuthorTube, where authors are all watching each other's videos, and BookTube is BookTube, where they're all watching each other's reviews, and nobody's talking to each other here. Authors are looking for readers, and book readers are looking for good books, and we're not communicating with each other. So the question then is, what does a social media platform designed for authors look like? What do we want to see in it? What do we need to see in it? What kind of a thing is lacking in these other ones that would make it optimal for us? What do you guys think? Any ideas?
I
Richard,
think
go ahead.
this is an interesting one because I think the trouble is we live in a kind of society where everything is supposed to be kind of like instant consumption, instant gratification. With books, you don't get that like you do with a photo or even a video. And so it's really difficult to get people to actually kind of engage for that time before they want to move on to the next thing. So yeah, it's difficult, but whether we're finding a solution to it, I don't know.
Okay, so
yeah,
I have a shitty idea for where to at least start talking about what you're talking about. Okay, so the thing that I was kicking around last night, I was talking to my wife about it, and we were trying to figure out what that app would look like. And I don't know if it's that it has two sides to it or what, but I was seeing a website for the authors and an app for the book readers. And so the website, you go on and you design your profile, and it has little snippets from your writing. It has where people can buy your books. It has samples that you can click on and read right there. All of the stuff that you would need to sell yourself as an author and to sell your books. But there's also what you create on the website to the app is something more like a trailer. Either a trailer for the individual author or for the book itself. And like like TikTok or like Tinder, if it's like a dating thing, you swipe left or right or whatever based on like, oh, I'm not interested in this author. I'm not interested in this author. Oh, I want to know more about this one. And then it pulls up the profile and it moves forward from that. That was my idea. What do you guys think?
Yeah,
Go.
no, I was thinking something like that as well as someone who uses dating apps. Yes, I have to admit that now to the world. But I think something like that would be helpful. You know, you can think, well, what genres do you like? What genres don't you like? They did something like this. Some guy did a review, and it was you voted on short stories, and then they turned them into short films. And I can't remember what it was, like an app thing. I think it ended up being like a little bit of a scam, sort of not a scam, but it was a thing. But I like that idea of you get snippets and then you bring up the profile and it's got my
Well,
link.
Safi brings up that it could be like an AI generated promo based on what you've inputted into your profile as an author. And maybe for people who do not have video editing skills, that's one option. Or you can have the option to
Upload.
upload your own,
Yeah.
video
I
that
think that'd
you've
be interesting. You
created.
don't just rely on the AI. I'd be a little bit reserved about that.
Well, that's why the choice comes in, right? Like that's where
Yeah.
the
Mm.
choice comes in. Um,
Mm.
okay. I just want to know what people like would like to see in such a thing. Like, I have no intention at this time to build an app.
What
Like,
about
I don't have money behind
the
this.
money?
I'm just
But
curious what people want to see, so we can open up a dialogue and maybe get the community going about like what it is that
what
we
about
want and need out of this thing.
what about a sort of Facebook thing? But you can sign in as a reader and sign in as a writer.
I think
Sorry,
Gary's got the brand name.
what is it? Set up a platform for books and call it
Facebook.
Facebook.
Yeah. Exactly,
No.
something like that.
We
Something like
can't
that
call
is
it
what I'm
We
thinking.
can't call it
Yeah, we can't
Facebook.
call it Facebook,
We are going to
but
get sued into a
we
black
can't
hole
call
doing
we
that.
can't call it Facebook. Yeah, yeah. So anyway, like, I just want to open up a dialogue about that. Put it in the comments below if you're watching this on the replay, or if you get an idea later on, leave it in the comments. And it's something that I might be talking about more and more throughout, the season of Livestream Sunday or the
I
podcast, at least
know
with people.
it's not a perfect answer, but I know Instagram has got the kind of Bookstagram community, which is quite interesting.
But again, that's just that's book
It's
reviewers
just people posting
making.
nice pictures of books,
But again,
not reading the books
it's
necessarily.
book reviewers making Instagram work for them. But my point being that Instagram wasn't made for them. They're just making
No,
it
it
work.
wasn't.
The way that
You can't
authors are just
upload
making it
like
work. You know what I mean? Like,
you
yeah,
can't
like
upload
I'm
your.
making Instagram work for me as best as I can. It's not designed with me in mind, man.
I'm not sure what the answer would be at this stage, but I think it's an interesting one to think about.
mm,
Yeah, yeah, for sure. So let that noodle in your brains for the foreseeable future. So, guys, I feel like we're coming to the end of this thing. Like, we're about ready to wrap things up and head on home. I want to remind everybody quickly about the weekly lineup on Books by Adrian. Henceforth, since we have some new people in the chat, this is what it looks like from here on out. So
I have no words to describe what I've just seen, apart from.
that's what I was going for. That is exactly, precisely what I was going for. Is that exact reaction? I hope that everybody's excited. I'm excited. We have some big guests this season. I don't know if anybody noticed, but Hello Future Me is in the lineup. He's episode 9, and if you're not familiar with,
OMG. That's all I can say for that.
Thank you. If you are not familiar with Hello Future Me at home, I recommend you looking him up on YouTube. Hello Future Me. He does great He does great writing related content about Avatar: The Last Airbender, the Marvel Cinematic Universe, Lord of the Rings, lots of big fantasy stories, and he has written 3 books, 2 on world building, and 1 that is his own work of fiction that is either out now or coming out soon. So keep an eye out for that. And he's what I consider a very, very, very big guest right in the middle of our season. And it's right before the BritPack episode that these 2 jamokers are going to be on. These,
So you're going to go from.
I can never figure this shit out. This
Yeah, I
guy
understand that.
and that guy. This. All right, y'all.
I'm in the best place.
Adam, tell everybody.
Before we go, Adrian, someone's come up with a really great idea off the back
Yes.
of what you were saying. Book match. It's where you get. It's like a dating app for like the same books that you're into. Now, one of these things actually exists for music, so why doesn't it exist for books?
Huh.
So it matches you on the genres you like and stuff. I mean, it's slightly different than what you were discussing, but unlike that, if that doesn't exist,
It's interesting.
don't
Yeah,
have-
yeah.
we
But
don't have a hope in hell.
you kind of get that with Goodreads with their recommendations, but Goodreads as a platform is quite hokey.
Barrett, thank you very much. Yes, I am doing that as a little bit of a side hustle. I'm making book trailers, channel trailers, whatever. Let me know. Shoot me an email, booksbyadrian@gmail.com, all lowercase, no spaces, and we'll talk. Yeah, whatever you need, let me know, and we'll discuss how long it will take and how much scratch it will cost. But yeah, book match, dude. Book match is a really good idea. I'm
Also,
liking this.
Adrian, before you wrap this up, have you not still got like one of those giveaways to give away?
One of those what?
Did you not see you had prizes to give out?
Yes, but since I don't have any reason to like nothing has happened, we don't have any games, so like I'm gonna do it throughout Livestream Sunday instead. I gave out one.
I just wanted to make sure you hadn't forgotten.
Oh no, I just it just felt like it was winding down a little bit. Let me see here. What is this? How much for?
How much
Richard's
for
hat?
If you pay me enough, Barrett, I will wear just the hat on my OnlyFans, which I've apparently signed up for.
Okay.
I just want to say I have not signed up for OnlyFans. No one wants that.
Gary, I'm gonna send you an email. I believe I still have your email. I'm gonna send you an email with your code for masterclass.com. I have it written down. I won't forget. Adam, tell everybody what you got going on, where they can find you, and then we'll do the same for Richard after that.
Okay, no worries. So, as you know, I'm Adam. I have my own blog, Adam's Blog of Nothingness. Someone please put the link in the chat for me. I believe, have in the next day or so, I'm going to be having some content put on there in February. It's a bit of a laugh. It covers everything. Top 10s, just jokes, stories about my life. You'll love it. It's crazy. A bit like me. I am also on Instagram. Someone wants to like my Instagram. If you want to contact me on there, please feel free to do so. I'm on there quite a lot these days. Apart from that, I'm just trying to work through a debut novel, Kathy's Songs, kind of contemporary romantic novel. And I've got the beginnings of some sort of steampunk adventure going on. That's it.
Beautiful. Richard, your turn.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Hi, I'm Richard Holloway. Thanks for listening to me, and it's been really fun to be part of this launch party thing. I'm the author of Nightmare Tenant, which is a horror kind of thriller psychological thing. Check it out if you want. I am available on most places. Look for my name, richardholiday2ls.co.uk. Got a newsletter coming out tomorrow, so sign up for that. All sorts of fun stuff. I look forward to chatting with you all. Thank you. Adrian, you're muted.
Thank you. I almost made it through an entire show without fucking up once. I almost made it. God damn, every time, bro. Every time. I'm going to get it. All right. All my links are down below, including the newsletter. Sign up for the newsletter. The playlist for all the shows coming up. Go set reminders because there's some really, really good stuff coming up. Look through the playlist. Get excited. It's going to be awesome. Gary, no, thank you because you roasted Richard and that was worth it. Season 4 coming up, everybody. Here we go. That's coming up next week at 4 p.m. But tomorrow is the Christmas Secret Santa, AuthorTube Secret Santa unboxing. That's tomorrow. Patreon can expect Breaking Bad episode this week. You guys can expect a Breaking Bad episode next week. And the Typewriters podcast returns next week with Livestream Sunday. So no episode this week, but we'll have one next week, okay? All right, everybody. Thank you so much in the chat for coming out. Snaps in the chat and all that kind of good stuff. Richard, Adam, thank you. Bethany, thank you very much for stopping by. David, thank you very much for stopping by. And hey, thank you, Barrett. Thank you very much. We're gonna have fun next week, man. It's gonna be awesome. Robert Jones, Story Detective, next week. We're going to be talking comics. We're going to be talking his art, his writing. We're going to be talking about his channel. We're going to be talking about it all. And it's going to be super crazy. Please. Hey, dude, I'm just trying to keep up with you, sir. I'm just trying to keep up with you. That's all I'm doing. I'm playing for second here. I'm playing for second. Thank you guys so much. Oh, I feel bad ending it with everybody saying such nice things. Thank you so much. All right, you guys, we out.